Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void, and at GM level ZVZ sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com. Top left-hand corner, we have the red Zerg player, Newt. And in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the blue Zerg player. It is Össy with umlauts here, and what looks like, is that a cat? With wearing a bow tie and a headband, and says, talk, with a heart behind it. If you're just listening to this and not watching it, that's about as well as I can explain it, I think. So, ZVZ at the GM level have not cast a ZVZ in the current patch yet. There really haven't been major changes to the Zerg, some slight changes to burrow timings, some slight changes to Hydra DPS, slight changes to burrow Roach, where basically burrowed Roaches regenerate health more quickly, but burrowed Roaches with tunneling claws no longer generate health more quickly than that. If that makes any sense. Newt says, you're at Home Story Cup, right? Össy says, yeah. Whoa, hold on. Hold your horses. Oh, Newt is PengWin. Okay. Newt is PengWin. Össy. Ooh, says Össy. Muta. Does PengWin like Muta? Maybe, says PengWin. Oh, this is funny. Alright, so it's PengWin versus Össy here, or Burrow, and both players going for pretty identical builds right now. Both players going hatch first. Extractor pool on the way here too, and timings look like a little bit faster for PengWin. Mass Ultralisk. Yeah, that's the one thing that has been changed for Zerg fairly substantially, is Ultras now have an upgrade called Anabolic Synthesis that increases the speed of Ultras off creep. They always get a boost on creep, and that hasn't changed at all, but off creep, if they have the upgrade, they're faster. They still can't catch Marauders that are kiting them, but they can more easily, I guess they make it harder for the Marauder to kite them, is how that works. Generally the concept, just getting some extra swipes in before they die horribly to the units that are shooting at them for the Ultralisk. So hopefully we see some of those now. I don't know. I'm not sure that we will, but it's a possibility. Again, people who send me ZVZs at this level, generally make sure they're good ones. There's not just a giant Ling-Bling battle that ends because one Baneling hits a group of 15 Zerglings, and then the player who had the Banelings wins. I don't know. +1 armor coming in for Newt. That does allow your Zerglings to survive one hit from a Baneling. Oh, a third base from Össy, though. Dang. And dang, son, he skipped Baneling Nest, he skipped Evolution Chamber, he skipped everything and went straight for third base, which this Overlord from PengWin did end up scouting. Okay, that's some good information. That is some great information. A 3-basing Zerg this early is not as dangerous. You can either take a third base yourself or try to kill him while he's being a little bit greedy, going for 3 bases this early. Zerglings rolling in. Yeah, just checking what he already knows. There's no further tech, there's no lair, there's no second gas. There's no Roach Warren. There's no Baneling Nest. There's nothing here. Still going for that +1 armor, though, is PengWin. And now Newt is from, is it Pengu the Penguin? There is a claymation PengWin show, which I believe originated in Northern Europe, Scandinavia area, although I don't know exactly what country it's from, but the PengWin says Newt. It's become something of a meme over the years. Memers have really enjoyed kind of making stuff of that. What the? Spine crawlers? PengWin, why? What are you going for? Okay, this is suspicious to me if you're Össy, right? Why would you... Well, speed was skipped, that's for sure. But what are you hiding? Why do you have 2 spines at your front when you know your opponent went for 3 hatch this early? He's not going to come with a bunch of Roaches and try to kill you. He didn't even have a Roach Warren, so canceling the 1 spine, leaving the other one, and not going for a third base is PengWin. Not at all. Interestingly enough, Roach Warren on the way from Össy now. He does have some defensive Banelings now, but these cannot be offensive. Not in any sense whatsoever. What is this? A Roach Warren and spreading creep here. That +1 armor is really invaluable, though. It's really good for the Zerglings. It makes them better against Roaches. It makes them better against Baneling hits. Oh, he was trying to get a third base down, but his Ling was there and shut it down. Ah, now the drone comes in and is going to throw it on the hatch. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That is it. So Ling versus... Oh, that was almost game over right there. That was so close to just being game over. Oh, there we go. Trades. Look at the Lings. They absorb the Baneling shots and survive. That's so good. The Ling control here is far beyond anything I can do, but look at it go. Look at these players go with the Bane control. Once again, can absorb a Baneling shot and not die, but then further attacks from enemy Banelings will destroy you. Is the problem with this. Zergling rolling in, bam, getting stabbed in the top of the head. More Zerglings defending Third base getting surrounded by lings here from Össy. He doesn't have the upgrades for his zerglings, so... Oh, good, decent baneling hit there. That was almost a good one too, but then it wasn't. Ooh, that was pretty good. Pretty good, but Queen comes in to assist with it, and the ling count is just too high. This is a lot of aggression from Össy, actually, and he has the larva production to back this up too, is the thing. He has the ability to make more lings than Newt does and PengWin does here. Is he going to sack the third? I think he just sacks the third. Look at this. He can't save it. He doesn't have banelings of his own. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. PengWin's in trouble. He's got roaches on the way. He's got +1 missile attack before Össy's going for it. Nice job picking off a baneling, though. That's good. Any free banelings you can kill is very, very nice. Pulling back to the spine. Almost getting surrounded there, but not quite. Getting surrounded in the range of a spine to help you is not a bad situation, but getting surrounded out of that range is something you want to avoid at all Zerg costs. Man, what are we doing back home, Zerg? He's going for the +1 missile attack now. Still doesn't have a lair. It's going to be Roach versus Roach action with no... Oh, there is one here from PengWin. Does he have Roach speed? No, he doesn't have it. I think he'd be going for it here, but the problem is he's down 83 to 74 supply. He's down 46 to 34 workers. He's up only by 4 in army supply, which is not good. Not good at all. And here come the Zerglings around the other side. Is this enough Roach to save it if they position themselves between these two things? The extractor, well, the best being Geyser and the third base, maybe. Some engagements on the right side. Some Roaches for Össy are here. And yeah, it looks like Össy just kind of probing the different attack paths here, trying to see if there's one that is going to work out for him. Pulling back just a little bit. Again, the upgrades are better for PengWin here. He's got +1/+1. He's working on glial reconstitution now, which is amazing. A lair is finally being researched by Össy. And that +1 missile attack is on the way here too. But +2 is being started by PengWin. So much better upgrades for him. Still, third base is way behind his opponents. He's down 57 to 42 workers. And in a ZVZ, that is almost insurmountable right now. I really think that Össy might just be the better player here. Ling counterattack a bit. Getting him on in. Running past the Roaches, running past the Queen. Going to try to pick off this Queen. And they are going to get her. That's a beautiful surround. The drones are just going back to work. And now they're forced to flee for their little droney lives. Staying back, picking off the guys on gas, picking off a Roach here. May get him, and they do end up getting him. But then all the lings, I mean, they need to get out is the problem. They can't engage. Oh, they're trying to pick off additional drones. Okay, so it's 43 to 56 workers now. How many drones have been killed? 2? PengWin killed 2 workers there? No. That's not even possible. Wow. All right. At least the Queen died. That should slow down Össy a little bit, I suppose. And it is a Spire from PengWin. So definitely going for a Spire. I'd like to see him take his additional gases here. And he is. Third base gases are being taken. He just got the hatch down. 51 to 61 workers, not in favor of PengWin at all. But the Roaches have better upgrades. They have speed. They have +1/+1, whereas Össy's only have the +1 attack and nothing else. However, the Roach count is a problem. The Roach count is 21 to 32 in favor of Össy right now. Roach is harassing at this third base a little bit, picking off a couple drones. Not bad. They want to kill a Queen, but they can't. They're severely outnumbered. Meanwhile, Ling run-bys all over the place. Overseer coming in. Third base is in trouble for PengWin. Spinecrawler helping to defend at the natural base. Engagement over on this side of the map is getting... PengWin's getting chased away. Drones coming back to work the third here. And Zergling's just getting crushed. So it is 150-126 in favor of the Zerg player, Össy. He's working on +1 melee attack. He's working on centrifugal hooks. He's going Roach, Baneling, with upgrades to his lings and his banelings. He's actually not worrying about Carapace at all. Strangely enough, Roach is moving on in from PengWin. Going to go ahead and take down this fourth base before it really even gets started. Forces the cancel there very nicely. And then I think once Össy comes in, he just run. There are a lot of Zerglings here too. If it was just Roach versus Roach, I think PengWin might have stuck around a little bit because, again, the upgrades are better. But with lings there assisting their DPS, it is especially very difficult. Very difficult to hold that situation for PengWin. So he needs to take a fourth is what he has to do. He's got enough workers for a fourth. He's at 63 to 58. He actually has more than Össy right now, which is dead impressive. And guess what he's making? 13 Mutalisks. 13. Fourth base is coming up. If he can hold it this time, that'd be really, really nice for him. Almost needed for him at this stage of the game. Banelings Coming on in. This is a pretty scary looking attack from Össy. 185 supply. Coming in with roaches and banelings, but guess who's here? Mutalisks! Mutas are here. Banelings getting target fired just so they're not involved whatsoever. Nothing here can shoot up. There are no hydras at all, but I've been in this situation before and I have lost, you guys. I've been in the situation where I have the mutas, my opponent has the roaches, but I can't kill them fast enough to keep all my stuff alive. Is he going to have to sack the third base is the problem. Looks like he is. The mutas, see what I mean? They take forever to kill roaches. They're doing their very best. But man, this ground army is just vastly superior, bigger for Össy. He's trying to fight where the spine crawler is. Baneling's exploding a little bit harmlessly there from Össy. That's not what you want to see. Corrosive Bile. Oh, there's one Ravageur here, but he's dead now. He's dead now. Nice concave. It looks like PengWin actually is going to be able to hold this thing. The upgrades prevailing. The Mutalisks helping just enough, and all those roaches are going to die. Still roaches at the third base causing major problems for PengWin, and the mutas are going to wipe those guys out too. So 12 mutas. None of them have died so far, which is pretty impressive. Pretty darn impressive. Trying to kill Overseers, trying to kill Overlords. Fourth base is up here for PengWin. 47 to 59 workers. The fourth base is coming up from Össy, but resources lost at this stage. 11,000 for Össy and only 7 for PengWin. So killing all of those roaches and those banelings was hugely beneficial for him. Where did I lose the production tab in there, you guys? Hopefully it hasn't been for a while. Yeah, drones getting picked off very nicely. Maybe we just get rid of... Oh, a lot of hydras here, though. Allow their roaches to buffer, right? The mutas flee, the roaches fight against the hydras, and they actually do really well. They trade very well against hydra. That said, they didn't like the situation. Perhaps they were too injured. Either way, working on +2 flyer attack and +2 ground carapace is PengWin. Also a lurker den, and just more and more hydras, roaches, getting upgrades for the hydras. Range in particular, really important to have range against Mutalisk. It's more important than having speed, especially if you're defending against Muta. So Spore Crawler's up. Does not go overboard on Spore Crawler here. Is Össy, and he's going for a lurker den too. Just one, recognizing it's not mass muta, and it's not, you know, it's not minimal muta either here. It's a good number of muta, but don't go crazy on the static defense. Queen picked off. The Overlord almost dead. Muta's dancing out of sight here. I'm surprised these Overlords are still alive. Usually mutas go hunting for those guys, and CVZs especially. Trying to dart down to the third base, but too smart for that. Left some hydras here to defend. Actually, these are all roaches. Wow, the Mexican throws me off sometimes, you guys. I really thought out of the corner of my eye that those were Hydralisks, but no. These are hydras coming in now, but can they save the hatch in time? I don't think PengWin is going to try to kill it. I think it's more of a, I'll come back. No, what? You know what? He was willing to sacrifice to get that thing down. I don't think he lost any mutas, but he could have. Getting rid of the fourth base is a massive play. A massive play for PengWin here. Lurker Den, Infestation Pit. On the way, that +2 flyer attack is just about done. Attacking on again here is Össy, recognizing he can't just defend all day. He can't just defend all day against PengWin. Meanwhile, Roach is coming up to the fourth base to cause some problems here. Is it going to happen? I don't know. The mutas flying around are still a good number present. Still 10 of them. A couple of them didn't have the hydras in that location. Man, roaches, they're so fast on creep. Oh, the lurker defense at the third base is insane, though. No lurkers here in the main, however. And Össy is going to wander right on up here. Overseer picked out of the sky. Any damage you can get with these mutas is going to be good. Some drones die, but the rest of the roaches get killed. A hive comes in, too. Mutas, yeah, you got to watch out for these hydras, man. You got to really got to watch out. More drones getting killed. It's 49 to 72 harvesters in favor of PengWin right now. And again, any tiny little bits of damage you can get, and especially in a mirror matchup, especially in a matchup where you're fairly evenly matched with your opponent, is going to be good damage. It's really important you try to squeeze out any kill you can, any delay you can. It will really start to help you in the mid and the late games. 12 more mutas in production for PengWin. More lurkers in the way here from Össy. Upgrades, once again, 2-2 for PengWin. And no carapace upgrades at all for Össy, you guys. None. He doesn't have the armor upgrade, which makes the lurkers all that more damaging. Man, setting up right here, I think, would be maybe better. Right, you hide behind the foliage. It's hard to target you with corrosive biles and stuff. You get guys coming through here, you get guys coming through here. Seems pretty good, but converging up on the fourth base, guess what? There's here. There's lurkers here, too, for PengWin. And the mutas, once again, just kind of getting picked out of the sky. They are fast, and they are zippy, and which makes them squishy. That's the corollary in StarCraft, is if you're fast, you're squishy, and if you're slow, you're tanky. and hit hard is how this works. That's the trade-off. That's the balance. That's what the balance team does. Muta's going to fly onto this 4th base again of Össy. Are you kidding? There's nothing here. He's thinking about throwing up a Spore Crawler, but nope. Not yet. The splash. The splash. Is it bouncing off and actually hitting these workers right now? Once again, staying around a little bit longer than maybe it was safe to. Losing a Muta just to pick off that 4th base. A massive, massive denial. A massive denial here. Oh, none of these are Hydras again. Once again, Mexicans kind of make them all look the same if you just glance, but definitely no Hydras in there. Otherwise, those Mutas would be dead. Actually, did watch a little pig recently, you guys, which, man, he's fun. He's a fun caster. I don't know if it's the accent or what, but anyway, he's awesome. I like Pig a lot. He's very smart. He's much better at StarCraft than I am, too. And very handsome. All right, so bottom left is a 5th base here for PengWin. I don't think this is going up, just because there are +2 attack Roaches here, and that's going to be a cancel. Muta's actually going after the Spore Crawler, and they get it. And now they're going after the hatch, so sacking this base, but causing problems for the 3rd for Össy. Spire does go down. +2 attack Mutas are no joke, you guys, as it turns out. No joke. 5 more Lurkers in production here for PengWin. Extractor down. And again, I think PengWin's okay with this. He's on 4 bases compared to a 3 base to his opponent, who is long distance mining. His 4th base is almost back up for Össy, but it's 17,000 resources lost for Össy compared to 10 for PengWin right now. Are you kidding me? I don't know, Falcon. Am I? No. No, I don't think that's what's happening here at all. Some Roaches trying to hit squad again toward the south. The Mutas find them, and that is a Roach bloodbath in December. 195 to 153 supply, as they say. Look at the supply. And it's favor of Stefano right now. He's trying to pick off Lurkers with the Overseer support here. Just in case the Lurkers do burrow, they can't escape. Another base coming up here at the north and for a 5th for PengWin. He's not forgetting to expand, especially because the 4th base for Össy came down. You can't really be on even bases against your Zerg opponent if you're going to hope to win here. But it's a maxed out PengWin versus a 159 supply Össy. Is that a Nydus? Oh, he's trying to toss in a Nydus here, but Össy spots this immediately. And the army comes in. I kind of feel like the Mutas could be able to do some work. Oh, you can kill. I forgot. That's the other difference. You can, well, one of the other differences, you can kill Nydus networks as they're erupting. They're no longer invulnerable to enemy attacks as they're coming up, which makes it pretty easy to deal with if you have an army. Lurkers sieging at the front a little bit. Unsupported, maybe not all that good. And here's your Nydus Swarm. Some Lurkers coming out there. Some Lurkers coming down to... Oh, he's got the Adaptive Talons. He's got the quick burrow on this. Oh, so just don't come in. Don't come in here. Okay. Abducts. You need some abducts to pull these Lurkers out of the ground, and they are doing it. However, this 3rd base is toast. Trying to sneak up this way. Nope, the Mutas are defending the 5th base location of PengWin, and the hatch down 193 to 120 supply. Lurkers alive for the most part here. Oh, look at that quick burrow. That quick Adaptive Talon burrow attacks at the front here with Lurkers too. And this is just looking really, really bad for Össy right now, you guys. Lurkers crushing everything on the ground, and that's it. Your good game from Össy, and PengWin is your winner on Kairos Junction in 18 minutes and 32 seconds. Yep, that was some pretty crazy ZVZ there sent to me by PengWin. Check out the link. He's got a Twitch channel. Check it out in the description here. But yeah, pretty good ZVZ. Anytime you get Lurkers and Vipers and Mutalisks, it gets good. If it's only Roach versus Roach, or Roach Ravager, or Ling Baneling, I get it. It's not fun to watch a Zerg versus Zerg. But Swarm Hosts were on the way from Össy. That would have made it a little bit more interesting for sure. But yeah, just being able to shut down this 4th base multiple times for PengWin was huge. Able to keep his 4th base was really, really big. We'll keep this 4th base anyway for a while. Wait, was that his 3rd? This was the... He attempted to take this and lost it, so I'm kind of confused about which one's the 3rd out of these 2. But anyway, he was on 4 bases while keeping Össy on 3 bases for a long time over those last few minutes. He got the Lurkers out. Again, the upgrades continue to be better. The ground Carapace was 2 for most of the game. Össy just now got level 1. Well, that said, he had 3 attack for the missile and only +2 attack for the missile for PengWin. So, yeah, the +2 flyer attack for the Muta, I think, made up for that one. just being really aggressive. The mutas are what took down the 4th base 2 times. Without those, I don't necessarily think that happens. So great job by PengWin getting the victory. And that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and you see here and heard here. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thanks for watching, and you take care of yourself.